Guten Tag. My name is Barbara Zollmann and I'm the President and CEO of the KGCCI here in Seoul.
Guten Tag, annyeonghaseyo. My name is Ingrid Drechsel. I'm the German chairman of the German-Korean Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I'm happy to be here.
Yes, the Korean-German Chamber of Commerce is a trade promotion agency to support trade and investment between Germany and Korea. We have been doing this since 1981 already, and we belong to a larger network of about 140 offices in 92 countries as part of the whole chamber organization of Germany. Well, our key topic is always supporting German and Korean companies entering the respective other market. But beyond that, we focus on certain topics of major importance for German companies. One is the topic of innovation, where both Korea and Germany are on top of the list of the Bloomberg Innovation Index. And therefore, we created a competition where Korean and German companies can submit very innovative proposals. And very soon, we will select the winners for this year and present them to the public at a very official event. The second topic that is worthwhile mentioning is the topic of Ausbildung. This is the German word for German dual vocational training. At the moment, we have one profession, car mechatronics, where Korean high school graduates have the opportunity to work with companies like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and also MAN Trucks and Daimler Trucks in order to get training in the companies and at the same time get school training in the college and receive a degree afterwards. This is one of our signature projects so that the companies can develop skilled labor for their needs. And the second aspect is that the Korean youth finds a new way of entering the labor market and develop a very sustainable career path.
I think this is a great initiative, and I think it's a kind of social responsibility as well that we help the youth in the country to be more proactive, and this is a kind of cross-pollination between Germany and Korea, which helps the youth here in Korea to be more, how to say it, closer to the market and a new way of entering the labor market. Additionally, I think we also have a quite new initiative, which we both as females are very keen to promote that here in Korea. So we are very excited to start our mentor program very soon to support the younger female generation to be more proactive because as everybody knows, labor market needs females and we would like to support that as well as a chamber. Yeah, let me start because it's something which I really see as a kind of passion because I'm here now in Korea for more than 3 years and I'm very, very much impressed about the speed, the energy and all the willingness to drive things here in Korea. It's really, really impressive to see that, especially in comparison to other countries I have been living. So therefore, this is a very, very good strength here in Korea that the people have still the hunger to do things. They're highly educated, which is also very great. The education is extremely high here in Korea. So this is something we would like to see as a big, big strength. If I look a bit on the weakness, maybe this is something as a kind of strength from Germany, that the Germans have this kind of more organized planning mentality. And here again, I think cross-pollination could help to evolve both strengths of both sides. So therefore, Korea can be a great partner for Germany.
Yes, I couldn't have said it any better. I think this is really true. Both countries have different kinds of strength, and if they work together, the one with the long-term and strategic perspective, the other one with the can-do attitude, then this is very successful and very helpful. And I think we see this in many industries where they are German suppliers of new technologies, and they work together with Korean chaebols who have the power, who have the money, who have the vision, and this together brings Korea further on the global market.
Let me add one thing, because as you have mentioned about this innovative spirit here and also the creativity based on the Bloomberg analytics, maybe sometimes a bit underestimated in the world. So even in my company, sometimes they're saying, do you know Core Valley? And they look at me. I said, yeah, you're always talking about Silicon Valley, and you should think about Core Valley. And then I said, what do you mean with Core Valley? And I say, it's the whole of the country of Korea, because it's extreme innovative, and this is another strength of Korea, which I would like to underline.
Well, when I start with us at KGCCI, where we work with Korean companies, it's on the one side on trade shows, because we represent several of the major German trade shows and bring groups of companies to Germany, either to attend or also to exhibit. One big example is IFA, the big electronics show. That's one way. The other way is we have a lot of delegation trips in different fields of industry, Industry 4.0, renewable energies, the medical market. That's a good way for Korean companies to learn about Germany and business opportunities there. Then if companies think about investment, at KGCCI we host a partner organization called Germany Trade and Invest, and they help with with setting up business in Korea, with setting up business in Germany if companies are interested to invest or find locations. Then there's, of course, KOTRA. Don't forget about KOTRA, the Korean arm of trade promotion. And then it depends, if you think of research and development, then you can go to Fraunhofer, or there are cooperation programs. So there are many, many ways. And whoever the Korean company will start with, I think we can always point them to the right direction.
I would like to add one example. What we as BEA are also doing here is to support startup companies with a kind of initiative called Grants for Apps, and looking really in the healthcare system if there are some kind of ideas which we can promote. And in the last 2 years, out of the 4 winning global companies, each year 16 and 17 have been one Korean company. So they went to Germany for 3 months, have been incubated in our company and learned something like that. And we are also working closely together. We have an MOU with KOTRA and Born to Global.
Well, there are several aspects. I think one is in the genes or in the DNA of German companies. They are engineers by heart. So that's what it starts with. They have an idea, they want to put it into place, and then they just follow through. They also have a different vision in terms of how they look at companies. Once they found one, usually they want to make it grow and pass it on to the next generation. So it's not about short-term money making, but it's building something and then taking it into the future. Additionally, the Ausbildung system, the one that I explained earlier, I would say most of German companies, they are somehow involved in this system and they train their own people, meaning from the very start they grow employees in their companies. Those employees, they build enormous loyalty and sometimes stay over the course of their working time with the company. And all of these factors add to what is admired here in Korea, the hidden champions.
One strength maybe of Germany could be also this kind of mid-sized company, which is a bit underdeveloped here in Korea, which maybe could be also a kind of cross-pollination we can do between Germany and Korea, which is the strength, by the way, of Germany in a global competition, which you can't find in so many other countries. You don't see it in US, you don't see it in the other European countries. As this is one of our German strengths, maybe a kind of hidden champion.
Interestingly enough, the number of companies or the portion of small and medium-sized companies in Korea is as big as it is in Germany, but I think the approach is different. In Germany, the small and medium-sized companies are really technology providers to the big companies, so they are very important for the development. Here in Korea, you find more this cup and earl situation where you have the big conglomerates who are on a different level than the small and medium-sized companies. And I think this is a huge part of the success of German mid-sized companies, that they really play an important role and that they are almost at level playing field.
I guess that's not an easy question you are raising. You know, we have a history of unification, and we really, really hope and cross the fingers that Korea will be also unified in a not so far future. But any kind of situation in different countries are different. So we could help with our learnings out of that process. But I'm not sure if it will be similar, but nevertheless, also as a KGCI, I think we could bring in our learnings so from the company side, how we developed the eastern part, so maybe we also could support how to develop the north. But we have to be very careful to say we know it, because each process is different.
Yeah, I think this is absolutely true. Well, I say the lessons can be a little bit different, that Germany drew from its situation than Korea can, but there are official committees where various aspects of German reunification are discussed and shared with the Korean side, so that they can compare whether this is a model for them or if they can learn anything from this. I think there's another big meeting between the German representative who is in charge of Eastern Germany and the Korean reunification or unification ministry later this year, so there's really vivid exchange. And then I also think that Korea is already doing a great job in how the current situation is moderated, and I think this is a very important success factor if we look to the future development.
Thank you.